Hello everyone! Welcome to my unboxing and review of the XP Pen 15.6 Pro. Big thanks to XP Pen for sponsoring this video and sending me this review unit. Opening the box, you're greeted to the tablet itself. We'll get to that later. Underneath the flap, you'll find the included stand, power plugs, pen, and cables. Next is the pen holder with the XP Pen stylus inside. Unscrewing one end, you will find the 8 included pen nibs and the nib remover in the center. The lid can be used as a pen holder, taking it wherever you go. The pen itself has a nice build to it. XP Pen have gotten rid of the battery so no charging is required. It's plastic on the back end, and the rubber towards the tip giving it a really nice grip. It's also a little wide, giving more comfort to the drawing experience. The pen has 2 programmable hotkeys and a decent feeling nib. We'll talk more about that later. In the second box are the power and input cables. The device is capable of running off USB-C power if your device can support that. Makes it a very capable mobile tablet if that's what you're into. On the right side, you'll find the power input, power button, and brightness rocker. The tablet has a very sturdy build quality to it. Doesn't feel flimsy, it's thin and light enough to consider it being a portable device. Setting up the tablet and software is fairly painless and easy. The drivers are available for download on the XP Pen official website. It's easy to install and pen comes calibrated out the box, but you're able to recalibrate if you choose to do so. The tablet comes with 8 programmable hotkeys and a dial. The buttons have a good click to them and the ring has satisfying ratcheted feel when it's twisted. In the driver software, you can adjust things like pressure curves and mapping. Using the tablet with its buttons is fairly comfortable. I personally use a mix of the tablet's hotkeys and the dial, so if you're comfortable with using these features, you'll have a good time integrating this into your workflow. In here, I'm currently setting up the express keys. I like how the settings are easy to understand and there are no errors or problems occurring. The red dial interface is one of my favorite features of the tablet. My workflow includes resizing brushes and pressing buttons a lot, and these features really help me work faster. The lines and strokes are smooth, and with the matte finish of the screen, it provides a very natural feel to the pen, like you're drawing on paper. I don't find the pen sticking to the display or any particularly weird behavior. The pen pressure on the tablet is good, however, it does favor more heavy-handed users. When you lift the pen or try to do a thinner stroke, it doesn't register as sensitive as it would if you pressed harder. This can somewhat be fixed in the software, where you play with the pressure curve to make it more even, but it still feels like you need to press harder to get those thinner lines right. I would also have preferred a firmer, sharper tip to the pen since it has a bit of springiness to it. The $400 price makes it accessible to students and intermediate artists, as well as professionals who wants to experience a screen tablet. It's very much capable of creating professional quality work. The pen reaches 8,192 levels of pressure sensitivity as well as 60 degrees tilt. This feature works with those brushes that have a tilt-sensitive function. Good news for those who would like to add that to their workflow. The brightness adjustment button on the right side of the tablet proven pretty useful while I work. I could turn it down whenever the room was dark, or whenever I was doing line art or grayscale, anything that didn't require high color accuracy. This does get fairly bright on full, so I wouldn't recommend you to stare into it for a very long time. It comes with a laminated display, eliminating much of the parallax compared to their previous products. For those of you who are unfamiliar with parallax, it's that distance between the pen and the cursor when you make contact with the screen. That said, if you're really looking for it, it is noticeable, but you will get used to it in a matter of hours. On top of that, I noticed there are no weird input delays when you're moving around in Photoshop. It was fairly responsive and did not delay my work at all, so big plus there. I got quite immersed using this to work. From line art to coloring, it was a pleasant and natural experience, which I think is an important feature in a tablet. If you're constantly fighting with your tools, you get frustrated quickly and get nothing done. I didn't have that with these. It's really nice to see that screen tablets are getting more accessible to new artists, especially students, as I feel this would really help you along with learning and creating art. Using the tablet for long hours is comfortable and doesn't get too hot or noisy. Its included stand is decent enough, but I feel it could have been made sturdier or able to have more adjustable angles. Even VESA mounting or some sort of way to mount the tablet to an arm and have that permanently on your workstation would have been a good feature I would have liked to be included. What you're seeing here is my workflow from start to finish of this piece. Line art was especially easy when you're using a screen tablet since you don't have to really guess where your strokes are going like you would on a pen tablet. I will then go into color blocking, which again is much more accurate since I'm not guessing where my strokes are going. The screen size makes it pretty comfortable to work on in Photoshop. It's big enough to see everything and I don't have to strain my eyes. It's a 1080 display, however it would be nice to see the Pro model have a higher resolution for that extra sharpness and workspace, but for an on-the-go device, 1080 works well. Tighter rendering, as you will see later in the video, is fairly comfortable on the device too. I find that I can detail pieces with greater accuracy, much faster than I will have on my pad tablet. Overall, the XP Pen 15.6 Pro provides a very satisfying user experience, great value with a good amount of included accessories. At this price point, it's very hard to beat. I can definitely see students and intermediate artists that want a screen tablet experience. Thanks for watching everyone, and big thanks to XP Pen for giving me the opportunity to try this wonderful product. Stick around for the rest of the video to see me finish the piece. Enjoy watching!